Hey.
Welcome back! We're down here!
So, back in the bilge. I'm quite excited really, because it seems like we've not done this for a while.
Yes.
We've kind of left it half finished, so...
Stringer! No, it's not stringer. Oh, sorry. Web frame day!
So web framing sort of collides with the engine bearer, so they take quite a while these, so...
First job, get that mingy knee off.
Get the wretched knee off, eh? Cool.
And
Well, I've got a new t-shirt on today. Can you read it, Jim?
I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. I've got a new t-shirt on too.
What does it say? Don't give me your attitude unless you want mine. Where do you get the t-shirts from?
Sharebox.com.
Sharebox.com.
They are also offering our viewers a 20% discount.
Oh, okay.
I'm still waiting for the code, but I'll drop it in the link on the description.
So if you're wondering why we're changing this perfectly good web frame, it's missing down here. So it's a bit broken, isn't it? So we need to get the web frame out, and then we need to assess the frame behind, because I think at the bottom it's a bit soggy, but we'll make them assumptions when we get the web frame out. But we've also got this here, not a clue what it's called. It's basically at the end of the engine bearer, so it has the big bolts all the way through, so we need to get them out. And I say, yeah, we need to get the knee off. So we're going to start with the knee, and Gemma we can get rid of Gemma for a bit then, can't we? She can be outside bashing and painting and stuff. She's looking at me all funny now. Why do women do that?
It's just my face. Can't change it. Right, I'm not going to take a camera with me to clean up this minging knee, because you've seen me do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, 6, 7, 8. This will be the 9th one, so I'll be back.
So now we need to remove the bolts which go through the engine bearer all the way through and to the outside of the hull. So they're on these nuts here. So we're going to see if we can remove them and then see if we can knock them all the way out. So I don't know if it's going to work, but it's worth a try. On the other side we had to cut them and then we replace them. But it'd be nice to reuse the originals, wouldn't it? So let's give it a try. This one's come undone. Hurrah! Unfortunately, I'm going to have to remove this lump of ballast. At least it's not wet and slimy, this one. I was going to use the grinder with the angry circular saw blade on it, because that cuts through the wood and through the copper quite happily. So remember, always keep it down now. Whenever you're using a pulse power, always try to keep it down, because that's where it takes the fluid on. So okay, right. Pump, pump, pump. Have you locked it? Always lock it as well.
Anyone want a piece of boat?
It's pretty cool. This was in D-Day.
That's a good piece, that.
So we now need to remove some of the tar around the lower end of the frame and the web frame. So I'm gonna get digging now. There. Oh, it's coming out like a beauty, this. Let's go and get Gemma's favourite tool.
What, you?
Henry. If you get like withdrawal symptoms with me using it, or anxiety, like, it's my job. She'll switch into autopilot, won't she? She'll hear the hoover and she'll be like...
Are you cruising for a bruising today?
She might kick me on him down there.
So I'm just assessing the frame, and it is really, really good until we get down here. That's good, but then so what we're going to do, instead of replacing the whole frame, we're going to cut it out and we're going to scarf it at the bottom. It's that time of day, paint your boat time. So I'm just going to go over all the bits on the stringers that haven't been painted where we've removed the web frame. So I'm going to do that, and then all the way down behind where the new frame at the bottom's going in. So that's all clean now and all dry. So I'm just going to paint here where the frame's going in down there. I've also just put some masking tape, because I always worry about the copper nails clashing with the old ones. So I've put some masking tape. So I've marked where the nail is. So I've marked in line with the nail, and I put M, which means the nail's in the middle. T, which means the nail's at the top. And then B, where the nail's at the bottom. So hopefully when we come to fit the web frame, it'll make it easier knowing where to drill a new hole so we don't clash with the old ones.
So it's all prepped, painted, paint's dry. Suppose I have to paint dries this time of year. We had basically a fan on it as well. But so I've now taken some calculations. I don't know where they've gone, but we're going to put our piece in at the end in 3 pieces, because it's going to be quite difficult to get it in. So I've got a choice of 2 pieces or 3 pieces. We're going to laminate 3 pieces together. So we see from the end profile there, you can see the cuts in it. So we're going to cut it as one unit, and then we're going to take it apart, put it in 3 pieces, and then we're going to epoxy it all up, and then we're going to get very messy. So we've cut our pieces, we've marked them 1, 2, 3, so number 1 goes right against the hull, mid and outer, and these ones are going to be forward, because if you look at the wedge, probably best showing you from this end. So if you look at the wedge comes in and tapers in, so we want that one to be offset to one side, so when we compress it, it then opens them up to our required width. Right, let's see if we can get them in. So we want the first number 1. That one goes there, but then what we want is it over this side. So we want that there, and then we want number 2. Number 2 is going to stay aft. which is over there. And then number 3, which is going to go forward again, isn't it? That's going to be there. So we're having to have this tub here on an angle because our tube doesn't go all the way in, because these are designed for the small one, so we need to extend the tube at some point. I've lost count, it's at 4 or what?
Yeah.
I should have filmed from the other side, I would have got your pretty side.
What pretty side? My ass.
Cool, so we're going to try and assemble all this now. I can imagine it's going to be quite a drama, so... Okay, so it's all in, glued, all the wedges are glued, we've got polyurethane between the hull and the end one. I'm going to fall over. So we now need to wedge it up now. So Gemma had an idea of using a big stick to push from the other side, so we'll let Gemma put it in, shall we? You push that end down. Oh, steady. Oh yeah. That's pretty good actually. Got a few little hits. Oh, I can just start to see some ooze.
Should we start prepping what we're going to need for tomorrow? So we're going to need the infills and the web frame. And we've got something very special happening here tomorrow. So keep watching this video even after today ends, because we'll cut to tomorrow where we've got some really, really exciting thing to tell you and show you and present.
Present?
There's a clue.
Present? That's strange. Do you think I could be getting an OBE?
No, more like an NOB for you. Right, back to work. Morning.
So it's the morning after.
The night before.
So we're going to see if Gemma's glue job was glued.
Hold on, you glued it, I just...
Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to knock a piece of wood out. Hopefully it stays in position because obviously it's from the contour of the hull. And then we can start building it up with the packers and the web frame.
Yay! Let's get on it.
Oh yeah. So the reason we're basically refitting this and we're going to screw it into position is because we want to retain the original holes, because it makes alignment a lot better coming from outside, because they've got to go all the way through that wedgie block, which we don't know what it's called, and through the end of the engine bearers. So we're going to fit this in here. We're going to poke some simulation bolts through. There's another one we made earlier. So now that gives us our location, and then we're just gonna screw it into place while we do the makeup of the web frame, because otherwise that might knock that out, and then we might misalign our drill bit when we come back through. Be beautiful.
Okay, 2 packers done. Onto the web frame. So we've got a very, very busy bow area today. We've got Robbo.
Hello.
And we've got Michael over there as well.
Morning.
And we are expecting 2 more helpers today. So it's going to be quite a busy day. Simon's outside now, just drilling the holes back through the original holes to go into our new web frame. Okay. Oh, it lines up perfect. Yeah.
The one little patch now.
Yeah, are you ready yet?
Yeah. You through?
Cool, that's quite a relief. It's all together now. So we've got the big bolts all the way through from the outside. I didn't really want to film outside because like there's a lot going on. Drills, sealants, hammers, pokey things, mud. Anyway, yeah, so got big bolts here going all the way through. They go all the way outside. I'll just put my finger in the sealant. So this is glued in. It's all glued in. So we're down to the bottom. So now what we need to do is put all the nails in basically, but as you know, we've got a team outside, so what I think we'll do is we're going to finish off the second coat or third coat, whatever, on the exhaust, and then I might actually do a bit of a class for them on how we do the nails. So have a team outside, team inside, then maybe we can all swap over. So that'll be fun. And we've got loads of nails around here to do. You can see everywhere we've got some tape. They're all the missing nails. So while we've got a team here, it'd be great to get all that finished, wouldn't it?
Hello.
Little Patrick's back. And your dad as well. So I'm going to let Patrick be cameraman for the day. And you're going to go outside, aren't you? And go and help your dad because they're outside finishing off. They're doing another layer of paint on the exhaust. And I'm going to go back down the front with Simon and do some woodwork. So I'll leave you with Patrick.
Hey. Painting it now.
Painting again, Pat? Yeah. How's your dad getting on?
My dad's doing good.
Is he?
Yeah, he's already done half of the exhaust.
Wow.
Beautiful and smooth though, isn't it?
What are you doing?
I'm just building gullies for channels. My dad told me to, I don't know why.
Well, you're just digging the muck out so the water drains away.
Yeah. Still doing underneath, Robbo? How are you doing? Halfway?
Yes.
Doing good.
So we had an email about you the other day from National Historic Ships, and they've seen all the hard work that you've been doing on the boat, and they've sent you an award.
How cool's that?
So that is for you, that you've been highly commended for your volunteer efforts on board Sarinda. What do you think? I haven't even got a certificate.
Is that good?
And then we got you a new hat as well.
Ah, I can have the old one now. What you say? Well, should we get Gemma to read it to you?
So Patrick Littler has been awarded highly commended for his volunteer efforts on board Sarinda. And that's from National Historic Ships, the Marsh Charitable Trust.
How
What do
cool's
you
that?
think?
You didn't know what to say, did you?
Oh. So,
Good man.
you have earned that because Patrick has done a lot of work off camera as well,
Yeah.
that you haven't seen.
Yeah.
And you spent quite a bit of time with us over the past few weeks, haven't
Yeah.
you? And
You've filmed as
today,
well, hasn't he? Yeah.
today's been a cameraman, haven't you? And we're also going to teach you how to do copper nails and roofs today, aren't we?
Yeah.
Sound like a plan?
So, are you happy with that?
Alright.
Alright.
Thank you very much.
Bless them. So, crack on then. That was a bit of fun and I'll get back to work.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, good man. Hold on.
So I went round yesterday and I put masking tape on every copper nail and rove that we've missed.
You've missed a lot.
Oh, we've missed a lot, haven't we?
Yeah.
So while we've got a lot of help here today, we're going to train some people up to do copper nails and roves, aren't we?
Yeah.
A nail, yeah?
Yeah.
So normal nail, if we knocked it through there and through there, then that would sort of keep it together, wouldn't it? Yeah? But what we're going to be doing, we're going to be knocking it all the way through, but we're going to be putting a thing called a rove on it, okay? So can you see?
It fits through.
Yeah, so that's going to go through there, right? Then we're going to cut the nail off, then we're going to peen the end over, so then the end goes bulbous, okay? So then it's attached there, then that can't pull out. Yeah, does that make sense? Why do you think they made out of copper?
To make it a bit more stable or something?
Yeah, well, copper doesn't corrode like normal metals, does it?
No.
Because this will be here for like a very long time when the boat's long gone.
Probably like 100 years.
Could be another 100 years, and as well, it's soft and it's malleable, so we can hit it and it'll change shape quite easily. So that's why we use copper.
All the way through?
Yeah. I think we probably know that. Go on.
Yes.
You've got daylight. Excellent. Pull it out. Plus that, come on. Yeah, keep going.
Oh, good.
So spin it and drill it. Come on.
Yeah, we see daylight.
Check.
Yeah, first one I know.
Hello, back again.
Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to make sure that we're talking a lot to Simon outside so we don't hammer it back unless they're holding it. So, see the copper nails, the holes in the roofs.
They're not thick enough.
They're not thick enough, are they? The holes aren't big enough for the nails. So what you have to do is you have to balance it on.
You have to
And then,
use that.
see this tool? You want the nail to go in the hole. So we balance it on there and we put the nail through the hole. And remember like when we were drilling before, we have to make sure the angle's right.
Yeah.
Because if we go like that,
It wouldn't.
it won't go through the hole, will it?
Yeah.
So we have to make sure we're perfectly in line. And then we have to say, Si, we're going to do the waterline one rear.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Line it up. There's a button here.
Is that how to turn it on?
Are you ready?
Yeah, whoa, hang on.
There we go. So look, push it all the way on.
Oh, that's easy.
See what we've done
Yeah.
is we've cut it and we've just left a bit sticking out. So now what we want to do is like bend them over so it tightens it and then the rove can't come out. See like these ones, we've got like rounded heads.
Yeah. These are square heads.
Ready, Patrick? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Bit more. Okay. There we go.
You tell me when I can have a break.
You can have a break now.
Yeah.
So you can have a break because we need to cut it, don't we? But I'll do the cutting and you stand back. Okay, so don't press go until you've said, are you ready?
Are you ready?
I got it right. So we're doing second one up forward, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then don't press the button, but what you want to do is you want to like move it round like that as it's hammering. So like pretend it's like a ball and just like move it round like gently.
Ooh.
So you don't need to press too hard because it's like a hammer, so
It's
it'll
kind
do
of
it for
falling
you.
out my hand.
You ready?
I'm on. I'm on.
So yeah, we've done probably about 6-8 nails up to now. That's going okay. It's all about the communication between like usually man and woman, you know, so you can probably understand why it gets a bit confused sometimes. But you did it alright then, didn't you, Pad? Do you like?
Quite enjoyed that, to be fair.
Yeah. I think the hardest bit was actually knocking the nails in. Which one?
Top half on.
Right, so we're going to do the top half now, so the communication.
Top forward on.
Bottom of that one.
No pressure or anything, but
You say bottom of that one. Right. On.
After that one.
Ready?
right, cool. That was an interesting day, 2 days, 3 days. I don't know, lost count.
2 days.
2 days.
So it was really nice to have young Patrick here and actually teach him some skills.
Yes.
That was genuinely the first time he's ever used a power tool.
Which I didn't know, I didn't know. So I learned. He was actually did it perfect in the end.
He was amazing. He took to it so well, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's never been trusted to use actual power tools before. He's always been hand tools with his dad. So to teach kids stuff like that
Especially working on such a historic hull. You know what I mean? It's like...
So we love Patrick. He's just a little star, isn't he? A little star. I've got all the time in the world for him. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of him.
Yeah, so we need to definitely get him trained up. So by the time he's like,
he's got his sands in, painting, and he smashed the copper nails today and drilling holes.
I've got some small holes we need to clean out in as well. So.
And also thank you to Robbo, because he was back again today painting the exhaust and stuff. And to Paddy, who is Patrick's dad, who just gets stuck in as well. So, you know, all of our volunteers are just amazing. So thank you all so much for everything you do for us. It's just so heartwarming, isn't it? It's nice to
people actually enjoy coming down and getting stuck in and learning new things, because obviously we've learned a bit. We're passing on what we've learned. And it's really good. It's really good fun.
So time for us to go home because we are tired now. The knee is on. The new web frame is in. And that is like the front bit of all this bow saw done now. We are off on a trip this week.
Yes, so we've been invited to do some more training.
So we are going to go and do our intermediate powerboat training. But we're also doing that while we are taking a trip to the Isle of Man.
Isle of Man,
And while we're there, we're going to stay for a couple of days and go and watch some
bike racing. So what's on? It's not the TT, is it?
No, it's the Manx GP.
Ah, that's right, Which is basically another version of the TT, am I right in saying?
Yeah, same course and stuff.
I've never been to watch it, so I'm quite looking forward to doing it.
So a few days off boat work for us and onto other people's boats, so that should be fun. So we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to Robbo, Patrick and Paddy for all their help today, you little angels.
And National Historic Ships they basically got in touch with us and said, look, would like to award this to
well deserved
little Patrick. So National Historic Ships, Google them. Interesting.
Check them out. Right, we're off. See you next week.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, like and subscribe.
Good lad.
Yeah, you're like a light. Actually, can you like...
Should I put a hat on? Have I got a hat?
No, but I just didn't want to point at the camera.
You might miss. I'm magnets. You look rosy there. I don't know how I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look beautiful. I'm beautiful, mummy.